A follow-up on a story out of Orange, the Mass Supreme Judicial Court announced today that Joshua Hart will continue to serve life in prison following a home invasion and double homicide in Orange. That incident happened back in October 2016 and left an elderly couple dead. Both Joshua Hart and Brittany Smith were tried separately in Franklin Superior Court, where they were convicted of first-degree murder and received life in prison. Hart attempted to get rid of his convictions, but a judge denied him. He appealed that denial in court this October, and today the Supreme Judicial Court shared that he will keep his convictions and serve out his life sentence.